and way down we go, 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 way down we go, 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 so way down we go.
Hi, my name is Abiah, and this is Peckish Jamaica.
Way down we go. Whoa, you let your feet run wild.
So guys, the rain decided to come down. We don't care because we know that the Blue Mountains is known for having these kind of erratic showers. It's the weather, condition of the space, and we are just making the best of it. The place is so relaxing. I could fall asleep right here, so it's so beautiful. It's so mentally refreshing, and the vibe.
Down till you fall, and they will run you down. Down till you go, yeah, till you can't grow no more. And where down we go. Oh, way down we go.
This place, Craighton, it was built by a Scottish Italian named George Craighton in the year 1805. Okay, and then it was also visited, owned by some clergymen. Governor Heary used to visit here. Okay, we used to have the sugar estates based in England, Tate and Lyle. And we used to visit here also. It was also owned by an American named Whitney Kemper.
Nice.
It was Mr. Whitney Kemper that established the plantation the year 1979, and then the Japanese bought it 2 years after, in the 1981, and from there on up to this moment, presently, the Japanese owned it.
Okay.
Yeah. So the coffee that was planted on the plantation, it's all Arabica typica. And you see the Arabica typica, it arrived in the island in the year 1728. It was brought into Ireland by a French colonel named Martin Gabriel Leclue, and he gave it to Sir Nicholas Laws, who was the Consul General of Jamaica then, and the plant was taken to the Temple Estate to the northeast of our island over there. Okay, you see the Arabica typica is a more sensitive plant. What it does, it needs a distinct environment in order to produce its best. For example, the soil must be not too hot, not too dry, not too wet, not too cold. Balance.
Yeah.
And Jamaica is the perfect place for this plant.
So do you still export coffee from here? Does Craighton sell their own coffee?
Yeah, we fortunately the Japanese, they come into the island, bring their expert, and they hear that the coffee is good, and they acquired 85% of this coffee. Why? Because you see, it's a rich in aroma. It has a nice flavor, very unique. The bitterness doesn't linger in the mouth. The caffeine level in this coffee is very low. It's 65% less caffeine, and it's the only coffee in the world that has a natural sugar, the Blue Mountain coffee. No wonder you can consume 4, 5, 6 cups of this coffee without any palpitation of the heart, without any problem, So so it's a very nice coffee. Why this coffee is so unique? Because this is where nature come in play. In the morning you have heavy dew. Then by 11 o'clock it dried up, and then by 3 o'clock you have this massive cloud cover. That's where the nature come in play for this coffee. We open from Monday to Friday from 8 till 4. Okay, you can come in from Monday to Friday, but on weekends you have to call in and make a reservation and for the tours, like Saturday and Sunday. And what we do, we give you a 1 hour tour on the movements of coffee. Also, we talk to you about the movements of coffee. Then we carry to the plantation and show you the natural, it has been grown. And when harvest begins, things that affect our coffee and the insect, and what we do. Because you see, I always tell them when one is entering into business, sometimes you gain, sometimes you lose. We have some little insect that penetrate the beans. They're more active in the summer. And what it does, if you don't control it immediately as you discover, they can destroy the entire crop.
Right.
So what we do, we get some, we do our experiments. We get some 12 fluid ounce bottle, we take out both sides, put in water and ethanol. We use, we try to go natural. Because the ethanol is an attraction. What it does, it draws the insect to it. And they go down to the bottle and they drown.
Definitely. So any tourists that come here, they can, or anyone who books a tour, they can get a sample of the coffee, right?
Yeah, they get a sample of the coffee and they get to buy the coffee because you see, we don't sell on the local market.
Okay, great.
You see, if you want a package of 100% pure Blue Mountain coffee, you have to come to Craighton Estate to get it.
Definitely.
Because the rest goes to Japan.
So we're down we go, way down.
We show you the actual thing, the actual stage of the coffee.
Yeah.
From reaping to bean. This is there's a yellow-like substance on it, which is called the mucilage.
Okay.
Okay, it must come off it, so it have to be go to the factory to be washed.
Okay.
Yeah, then it come in wash like, and then when we take it from the factory to from one factory to another factory to be dried, because you see drying process in the hills is very slow, so you have to take it to Kingston where it's more hotter.
Okay.
To be dried, and then we take them from our batch from green beans.
Yeah.
And then we roast it, and we have it in bean ground, and then beans, ground and beans.
Lovely. Really nice. Thank you so much.
You want to have place it black first. That's so that the bitterness doesn't linger in your mouth. Art of roasting. This is a dark roast and this is a light roast. This is what you drink. Light roast.
Okay.
More milder, more rich in aroma.
Look them right in the eyes, yeah. Oh, 'cause they will run you down to the door. Yeah, someday we'll run you down till you fall. And they will run you down till you go. Yeah, till you can't grow no more. And where down we go.
We're on our way out now, but we had an amazing time. We had an amazing time. I learned so much about this space, and just the authenticity of this space was really remarkable. As you can see, it's still a bit gloomy, still a bit rainy, but with that beautiful coffee, I'm definitely feeling pumped up. It has a really smooth taste. It's not bitter at all. It goes down really well, and the flavor is amazing. You can definitely tell the difference from even the other brands that you would normally buy and consume. So if you're here in Jamaica and you want to really get a taste of our culture and a taste of our rich history, where better to come than Craighton Estate?
Whoa, baby.